So I wanted to do a video about a little life update. As you see, we have a little baby. His name is Alexei. He was born on the 20th of July of 2021. Yeah, he's so cute and precious. So I wanted to do a little bit of a story time of how we found out that we were pregnant with him and our birth story. So in November, in October, November, we gave up trying because we wanted a baby, but we were trusting God's plan and we just wanted to wait and see what was in store. And so we didn't want to, oops, oh my goodness. We didn't want to, on this. No, maybe. But you don't want the whole thing. So we didn't want to, we just wanted to have fun. Just wanted to enjoy life together. And if we got pregnant, we would get pregnant. If not, whatever. So, and the night before I got my positive, my husband and I were like, oh, let's take a test. Granted, I'm an addicted tester, pregnancy test. So if you can relate, so I had tested the whole week. So, and I was kind of getting lines, I thought, but you can never trust tests 100%. And so on the 12th of November, I took a test right before we went to bed and we saw a little faint line, but with first response, you can never really know, because they get evap lines all the time. And so you can't trust them. And so the next day I took another test and I thought I saw a line as well. And it was Friday the 13th of November. So, Friday the 13th generally gets a really bad rep. So, not in our case though, because I took a PregMate test and a line appeared. And I was like, what? I didn't believe it. I started crying a little bit. I was working at the time too, for a different company. And so I was on break. So when I took the test, so when I got back, I was a little bit whoa. And I had gotten a positive before with a different test. And then the next tests were negative. So I wanted to keep testing just to see if that line would stay there. And so I took another test and that test was positive. And as the day continued, the test kept getting darker. And I took a first response and everything. And I remember I was so excited and I was talking to my husband about it. I was like, oh my gosh, we're pregnant. I hope. And so the whole time I was really nervous and I wasn't 100% convinced until we had an ultrasound at 6 weeks. In 6 days, we were almost 7 weeks. And so we went in to our appointment and are you all done? Don't worry. All done. Okay. We went in for our appointment and they did an ultrasound and confirmed that there was a baby in my belly in the right spot and everything. And then what ended up happening is the baby was measuring 6 weeks, 5 days. And that was a little bit triggering because our last pregnancy, the baby was measuring 6 weeks, 5 days, but our appointment was at 9 weeks during that time, and the baby had no heartbeat. But on this appointment, the baby did have a heartbeat, a very strong heartbeat of 131. And it was very, very reassuring. And I remember I was talking to the doctor, and I was like, honestly, I haven't been nauseous. I haven't been feeling any of these symptoms that everybody else is experiencing. She's like, oh, so you're the one of those lucky ones, huh? And I was like, I guess you could say that, huh? And so the whole time I was pregnant with him, I never threw up. I had, little symptoms here and there, but not throwing up, being bedridden, or anything like that. So, I had a few days where it was rough, but other than that, it was pretty easy. And so after we had talked about my symptoms and everything, I asked to schedule another ultrasound at 10 weeks to make sure that everything was going good. And at 10 weeks, we went in to our appointment and he was dancing around. He was flapping his little arms and just moving around. And so when the technician was taking a picture of the ultrasound, all we got was little baby with lines through it. And so it was so silly. Yeah, you were so silly. You were so silly and you were dancing. Yeah, I remember it. And so then we got everything figured out and everything looked good. And I had to do a glucose test because of my weight, and I passed it the second time with a 3-hour glucose test. It was not fun. Not even a little bit. And then we had our, found out our gender on March 17th, just how Mommy planned it, because it was St. Patrick's Day and it was a lucky day, and we wanted it to be special. And we found out you were a boy. And at the appointment, I was like, well, before the appointment, I was like, oh, I think it's a boy, because it could have been, the baby could have been a girl, and I would have been fine. But my husband and I had talked about how nice it would be to have a boy to protect his sisters and, you know, be a good example and carry on the name. And so, yeah, that's what we wanted. And then when we found out you were a boy, we were so excited. Yeah, we were so excited. And then once we found out his gender, my husband and I had chosen a name. It was gonna be Michael Lee. Yeah, you're gonna be a Michael, or Mihail or Misha, you know, because I'm half Russian, half Kazakh, and so we wanted to do a Russian name to keep the names going in our family. And so what ended up happening is my husband looked at me and I was like, okay, his name is Michael. He said no. So he didn't have a name for a whole week. Yeah, a whole entire week. Your daddy couldn't decide on a name. Yeah. So then we talked about it, and I was dreaming, and Alexei came into my mind, and we decided to name him Alexei Lee Draper. And Lee comes from my father and my grandfather. And so we wanted to keep those names in there. And as we have more kids, more family names will be added. So just in case anybody wonders. And so fast forward to about, let's see, I was about, what did you say? 5.5 months when we found out your gender. Yeah, I was 21 weeks, so 5-ish months. And so then my blood pressure kept going up a little bit towards the end of the pregnancy, and my doctor was out of town, and so this is the birth story part now. And so my doctor was out of town, and she said, I want you to come in and get your blood pressure tested. And I kept testing negative for preeclampsia, so we just wanted to get my blood pressure taken to make sure I was okay. And the first time we went in, it was okay, like it was normal. And then the next, and then on Sunday, because we had scheduled an appointment for Monday to go in, and on Sunday I got all this energy to go and clean and take care of the house, and we got released from our callings at church, and we were primary teachers, and we loved it because we love kids, and so it was lots of fun while we got to do it. And so then on Monday morning I woke up and I was not feeling good. I had a bunch of energy on Sunday, so it didn't make sense why on Monday I would wake up sick. And so then we went in to get my blood pressure taken, and it was really high, and there was no protein in my urine, but because of my symptoms and everything, they were concerned, so they sent us to triage, labor and delivery. And so we went there, and they're like, yeah, so your blood pressure is really high, you have gestational hypertension, so you're not going home until your baby's born. And we're like, wait, we don't have some of our stuff. Because our car was getting fixed, or a car that we were going to bring him home in and everything, so it was a little bit chaotic, and we didn't have pillows for my husband or our blankets, so that was a little bit chaotic, but it ended up working out. I got the little balloons inside of me to help me dilate, because I was only 0.5 centimeters dilated, 0% effaced, and so it was not fun. So I went through pain on Monday night for about 10 hours, and then the balloon came out. And then Tuesday, labor started, and I was dilated to a 6 for about 6 hours and 80% efface. So I was like getting really excited because 80% efface, centimeters dilated. That's pretty good. Well, things didn't go according to plan. I stayed 6 centimeters for a long time. We found out that he was stuck in my pelvic bone and he wouldn't move, and so I couldn't dilate anymore or efface anymore. So and we had already had my water broken because I was already progressing, so we're like, oh, labor's gonna be like, he's gonna be here tonight, and just push him out and all looks gonna be good. And I already had the epidural at 6 centimeters because once I found out how dilated I was like, I'm not gonna risk feeling any pain. And so then the doctor came in. It was an on-call doctor because our doctor wasn't in town yet. The on-call doctor came in and he said, so we're gonna have to do a C-section because you're not progressing and your baby's stuck and your pelvis is too small for him to get through. And so then I got my C-section. It was a little bit traumatic, but it all worked out. And I woke up and my husband said, we made a beautiful boy. He's here and he's healthy. And that's all I needed to hear. And so now he's been with us for a week and a whole day. And we love him so much. And he loves to toss around. Say hello. Say, hi, my name is Alexei and I'm a new family member. And so we love him so much. He loves eating and pooping. And he hates dirty diapers, of course. And he loves napping on mommy and daddy. And he does not like being in his bassinet, so we have to make sure he's asleep when we put him in his bassinet. So it's been an adventure, honestly. We love being parents. I mean, it's rough not getting as much sleep as we used to, but we're getting used to it. So, and I'm pumping and figuring things out like that, and I'm healing pretty good. I wouldn't say excellent. I still have rough days where it's hard to walk. I mean, I only had him 8 days ago, so it's still a little bit of a healing process, of course, and so we're figuring it out. My husband went back to work, so it's just him and I right now. If I need help, there's family around, but it's been pretty relaxing, and we've just been chilling. Mommy's healing. I start back at work at the end of August. Oh, Budzdarov. Budzdarov. And he always sneezes twice. He does not sneeze just once. He always sneezes twice. So, but yeah, so that's our story of how he came to be and how we found out and how he came into this world. He's our biggest blessing and we're so thankful for him. And we wouldn't trade a single moment with him because he's so cute. And his kitty brother loves him. He just smells him and goes, no, never mind. I don't need him. And look at his toes. They're pretty good toes, huh? Yeah. So he's a good baby. He's pretty easy. He's perfect. Huh. Hi. And so, but yeah, so that's our story. If you guys want to subscribe and follow us and continue following our journey as Alexei grows up, we'll try to do more videos, and we're sorry you've been missing. We've just been really busy, and I've been working, and so it's been chaotic a little bit, but you know how pregnancy goes. You forget things. So I'm already suffering mommy brain. I can't remember things. Apparently I had put a bag of breast milk in the fridge, and I thought I put it in the freezer, so who knows. But yeah, so we love everyone who's followed us on our journey. We appreciate everybody. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching, guys. You have a good day.